Selly. In this session, I want to offer a real-world perspective clients have on recruiters. I myself am a client, and my general view of recruiters is not a positive one. Let me tell you the reasons why I view most recruiters negatively. Hopefully, what you will learn will make you a great recruiter who plays an integral role in helping Vidality deliver on the promises it has made to me. And we can develop a partnership that will thrive and last. So what drives me to engage with recruiters in the first place? Business needs, of course. Companies will run forecasts on their three primary activities: developing and enhancing their products, marketing and selling their products, and performing the general operations of the business. They will need people to execute on all these activities. As your client, I've done this many times before, and I know the headcount forecasted. I will open up job requisitions accordingly. I also know I have to assign recruiting dollars for the hiring activity. I view recruiting as somewhat separate from HR, but it's still part of the general operations of a company. Of these three primary activities, general operations are run by the least number of employees. This means there are fewer budget dollars available. So I need to be wise with my money. Having a budget or a restriction or a limit will force me to establish a process. I will save more money if I keep the hiring activities in-house. Do I use HR staff to do the recruiting? Do I hire an in-house recruiter? Do I hire a contract recruiter? Do I engage with a recruiting agency? Over the years, I've used these options individually or in a mix. I typically choose and execute them in the order I listed them, from in-house to external. I usually come to the decision of hiring a contract recruiter or engaging with a recruiting agency when there are too many job openings to fill using in-house resources, or I know the position will be hard to fill. It's like a last-ditch effort, and I view recruiters negatively because of my past experience with contract recruiters and recruiting agencies. I'll relate some of my past experience later. Before Vidality, you would have had to try to sell me on your recruiting expertise and services. Because I have a budget and feel that recruiters charge an exorbitant amount, you can be sure I would have negotiated your placement fee or placement rate down, way down. With Vidality, the relationship establishment, the arm wrestling, and negotiation is all done for you. That's a welcome change for both you and me. But make no mistake about it, what hasn't changed is my level of expectations. It is extremely high. I don't want a ton of resumes. I need a short list of candidates. They have to be highly qualified candidates whose skills and qualifications are a high match to what we are seeking. In order for Vidality to meet these expectations, you've got to do your homework. You've got to thoroughly research and interview your candidates to determine their background and whether they are a good fit for the open job requisition. You have to prepare them well on the job requirements, so my meeting with them will not be a disaster and a complete waste of my time. You have to check out all their references. That's an exercise recruiters need to do, whether internal or external. Are you ready to deal with me and my tainted view of recruiters and agencies? I've dealt with many contract recruiters and agency recruiters, and I would say the success rate with them has not been that great. My past experience tells me there are recruiters out there who behave badly. By that, I mean they did not do their homework and they submit candidates who were not a fit and did not get hired. This drags the process out longer than necessary. Or worse, results in a candidate being hired who ends up being a nightmare employee shortly after their first 90 days are up. So the 90-day guarantee standard on recruiting service agreements is somewhat meaningless to me. If the recruiter does his or her homework, the nightmare candidate will not be in the candidate pool in the first place. The worst situation I experienced was when a recruiter submitted a candidate to me who had been a past employee and a bad employee at our company. That experience definitely told me the recruiter did not do his homework, because if he had spoken with the candidate about the position at our company, the recruiter would have discovered the candidate had been an employee before. Needless to say, I immediately terminated our relationship. This may sound harsh, but I don't have time for excuses or second chances. All such failures waste my time, the hiring manager's time, and the company's time. Of course, it wastes dollar resources as well. All this can make me, the client, look bad to my company. And guess what? I don't want that. Because of the poor candidate submission and low success rate, I've played the numbers game at times and have engaged with multiple contract recruiters and agency recruiters on the same job requisitions, or tasked all the recruiters, internal and external, on filling the same jobs. So your chances of success are lowered even further. But I'd rather not do that because it detracts from other resources and it requires a lot of management. So please do your homework. Doing recruiting right helps you be efficient, helps Vidality be efficient, and helps me, the client, be more efficient. This ultimately makes the process work smoothly, which makes everyone happy. And that means I'm going to look forward to working with Vidality again. This comfort level is very important because typically my need for the services you and Vidality provide are seasonal and or situational. I'm not always going to go outside for recruiting because I may not be able to for budget reasons. Therefore, prove your worth. Make it such a great partnership that I won't forget you and Vidality and can and will rely on your services in the future. I hope I've given you enough insight so that you can understand my view as your client. Recruiters behaving badly give the good recruiters a bum rap. So you need to set yourself apart by understanding my view, working with me for a better partnership, and becoming a better recruiter.